why didn't you just pick Farsa in that case, right? I mean, the issue I'm having right now is that now that you have Shushin, sure, you're going to do decently okay in lane because you have the God Thought, but now it's like, oh, once we get into later stages, I'm still not going to be able to clear the lanes as effectively as other people. Valentina, going to get locked in for the side of SRG with the final pick going over to an X-Borg in the gold lane. I like this a lot, actually.
They go for the double fighters. As we expected earlier, they are just going to be playing solely through Sekai's. Is it really just going to be a Hayabusa at this point for Aurora Turkey, as you mentioned?
Or Nolan.
For Nolan, right.
Just as supportive of both, especially since you can make that X-Borg do a somersault really quick with Nolan. Faster than Hayabusa.
I'm trying to think if there's any other junglers out there that could potentially like scale to a level where he can contribute to the team without having to say, I'm purely just in this one phase of the game. He can still go for things like Baxia, the Fredrins as well, but that doesn't really take much to topple a comp like that over. And finally the lock-in's here. Oh, Harley, baby!
100% win rate given. It showed up once, but
at this best of 5.
Man, Trex. Hey, Leo called it, you know. We were going to see some crazy picks from Tienzi. We saw the Amon back then, the Leo Mort as well. We saw this in Swiss. We didn't know it was going to be possible to play it in such a high-stake match, but hey, they brought it up.
This is what you've got to love about Aurora Turkey. They're willing to always push the limits, and they get wins when they push the limits like this. I do agree with Gideon. I like their draft. One of the reasons I like it, there's a lot of kiting capabilities on their draft. For SRG, it's going to be hard to bring that dive in. And look at the damage already onto Cram early on.
Yeah. So in the end, it is actually going to be Innocent on the X-Borg, Cram on the Uranus there. Unfortunately, we got to see, it was quite mixed. I was quite surprised as well earlier. But hey, this is already a very different approach. Rosa? First blood against Stormy. Hey, we heard earlier, Trex, that both of them really want to show who the better mid trio is. Right now, it's 1-0 to Rosa.
Yeah, the aggression already, and Zetian is a hero. I didn't know how much we were going to see it in this event, and every time it's popped up, it has done well. The poking capabilities, the wave clear, and again, the ability to kite against the enemy.
Looking at it again, you know, just going through some of these emblems, and again, the choice for Sigiboom here is actually going to be the Temporal Rain on Sora. An interesting choice, something we have seen in the Swiss stage there, but for the most part, it is usually either the Concussive Blast or the Brave Smite. We saw the Concussive Blast a lot when it's played in XP, just to get a little bit more prio. Looks like, again, Aurora Gaming are going to be setting up for Turtle #1 with a whole lot of pick-off potential.
Aurora Gaming already, what, a 700 gold lead. If they're able to secure this first turtle, it is huge for them. It probably sets them above the 1, but here comes a little bit of damage. Pagu able to lock on to Yumes. Sekai's looking for the dash in as well. Pagu just about to go down, but able to come back and survive. The dive in does come in. Tien's able to fling back and look at the damage. Rosa with another kill in the book.
A long team fight, man. Yes, it's great for the Kaleo when you're able to actually get the hits, but they space so well. Innocent and Sigiboom going at it up top. Turtle #1, this should be free, but Lunar.
Lunar looking for an angle. Sekai's able to steal it. Can he get away though? Lunar looking for the kill. Can he secure it? Yes, Rosa actually steals it away, but Sekai takes out Lunar. It's a 1-for-1 Turtle over to SRG.
3-0 Rosa is going to be a problem though. Yes, they were able to secure the turtle, but there was so much time that Lunar was able to buy. Firstly, Skies was so low, he had to go back a bit, and they were able to get another kill. Now it's Aurora Gaming, who actually still have the lead, and honestly, if you look at their composition, they should be able to scale quite well too. It's just, how's the X-Borg going to play into this game? With Rosa being so far ahead, as Leo said it's going to be very easy to get him to somersault.
All right, SRG now trying to play the aggressive route. I don't know if this is the route they exactly want to take. I think for them right now, they need to kind of bid their time a little bit. Wait till Cram can get involved in these fights. Wait until Innocent can get involved in these fights. I think when they're grouped up, that's when they're going to do best.
Absolutely. We'll see how it goes again. Again, if you guys want to understand a little bit more of this Uranus CC matchup, it is a completely unsalvageable matchup for the CC just because you can't do anything. Usually you at least get tempo around the map or you win out in the matchup. Against the Uranus, you lose out on tempo and Uranus just cannot lose in lane against the CC. Let's take a look at the item builds here. Yeah, they did pick up the Lethal Wanderer there. Nothing too crazy as of yet. Actually an attempt there with a Consecration pop 2 from Cram. Really looking for tempo on the map.
Yeah, SRG, I mean, the play right now in the mid lane, it seems where all the action is happening, trying to secure it, trying to get river control. SRG finally starting to push back. You said it about Cram. He has control in the CXP lane, and it's making him get involved in these fights, but look at the stun. Tsunami Slam does lock on. Brings Lunar back. Lunar not going to be able to get away from this, but the AOG comes in, able to get the connect. Rosa joins the fight as well.
Yep. Way too late on the AOG there. They didn't have the control in the mid lane, and that, therefore, it really just became a free pickoff for Selangor Red Giants. I really feel like Aurora Gaming should not have let that happen. Lunar knew that there were people missing in the mid lane, and the fact that SRG, with, I would say, not the best mid prio, were able to rotate quicker is concerning. Aurora Gaming are losing a little bit of control. Pagu
for the grab, though. Yum's on the run, forced to dash away. Stormy as well, as Aurora Gaming take control over the Turtle Pit. Innocent does have the last Insanity. Is he going to pop it and try to get involved? Tienzi able to secure the turtle with ease, but now Pagu getting a little bit left behind. Nice kiting from Rose, able to push Cram away. And SRG can't do anything about it.
It's so technical, Trex. This is what we were saying when we were talking about how Firefox almost beat Selangor Red Giants in MSC 2024 in the semifinals there. Or was it the quarterfinals? Honestly forgot. It was single bracket.
Either way.
At that point, it's like you lose, you die. And honestly, it really feels that way too, because no team wants to go to a lower bracket with TL, Onyx, YG, and Team Spirit waiting for them.
It's true, and I feel like Aurora Gaming, every time these players get into top 8, they seem to really shine. This is where their prime kind of kicks in. They have trouble in the groups, they have trouble in the Swiss, but once we see them now, they are playing technical. They are fixing the mistakes that we called out before. And keep our eyes on Tienzi, able to just steal a camp. He doesn't even go for the kill.
Nope.
He just, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that.
As an assassin, Trex, it's all about how to make the enemy marksman your boy.
Your boy.
That's the PG way to say it, right?
I got you.
That's all. For Tienzi, it's really all about taking him out because he knows that the main carry on this team is Skies, and the whole team's trying to support him to do it, right? Pagu already leaning into the green camps, trying to take it away, but it is Skies. He knows how to path. He knows exactly how to actually get the most out of even a bullying situation here. And again, for Selangor Red Giants, they lost out on those kills early. They lost out on the early turtle, or the second turtle earlier, but they're still able to get that gold lead to go down for Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, I think my big worry though for Aurora Gaming here is, you know, Sekai's 2-0-0, and a YSS unchecked is a YSS that's going to check you soon at this point. Once he gets those items in, we know the damage he can do. And if SRG can get to that point, which, I mean, the gold lead is practically nothing for Aurora Gaming at this time. It's still a very much tie game, even with the extra kills that Aurora Gaming has gotten. I'm wondering when that pop-off point happens for SRG.
Should be around now. The mid game's definitely what Selangor Red Giants are looking for. It's the power spike. Pagu's gonna go in, Yums as well. They're holding this angle, and really, for SRG, again, it's all about the poke. It's all about the threat of Innocent on this export. Can he build enough stacks as they go for Turtle 3?
Watch for Tienzi in that top bush. Gonna try to look for an angle, look for a steal. Pagu also looking for the taunt. Innocent waiting for the dive in. Sekai's wants to enter the battle as well. Here comes the Tsunami Slam. AOG able to connect multiple members. Tienzi able to take the turtle.
Lunar's gonna go down now. Oh, big last Insanity actually doesn't land on anyone. Yums!
That's big. Sigiboom gets killed on the backside. We're seeing more damage. Stormy able to almost pick up one, but he doesn't get it. Sekai's though finds one of his own as Tienzi makes the trade. Pagu finds Innocent, and members of SRG are falling. Rosa and Pagu just need to get away, but Cram doesn't want to let that happen.
Yeah, wants to go and chase Rosa all the way. Does not want to give him tempo. And look at what Cram is doing for Skies right now. He's able to push everybody back so that Skies can rotate straight to top side, where he can actually convert on this winning team fight. It was actually not a winning team fight, actually. In a way, they won out because they were able to secure the structure, because they were able to stop the capitalization from Aurora Gaming. But it was Aurora who got the man advantage. They took Innocent down in the mid lane. There were trades all around. They got the turtle too. But it's all about the structures at the end of the day, if we have a technical match like this.
And if you get those big neutral objectives, can you convert them into structures? Can you convert them into towers? And that's where Aurora Gaming is falling short right now.
Aurora Gaming are also falling short of making Skies Tienzi's boy right now. He's not a little good boy. Right now he's
nobody's boy.
He's a man.
He's his own boy.
He's his own boy. He's getting to be a man as we get into the late game, man. He can really start to be independent.
Oh,
hold on. No way he goes for the Tsunami Slam. Yeah, onto Pagu. But Skies was ready for it, dude. He popped Mountain Shocker right as Yums jumped in. So they got to be real careful about that. Once we get to the later stage of the game, you use that. That's a big part of his kit, especially against Aurora Gaming's ambush, I would say. They have a lot of assassination attempt, or assassination threat, in a sense.
Andy's hunting.
Yums.
SRG as well. Yums able to get the grab. Tsunami Slam, and Sekai's gonna eat that TNT quickly. Bagu now on the run as well. He shouldn't have got involved, but the heal does come in. Siggy Boom here to back him up as Lunar tries to get Cram away from Rosa here. But Innocent doesn't let Bagu get away. He goes down. SRG got what they came for. They find 2 members, and they back up, but on the top side, Siggy Boom as well, up against Innocent. Are they going to re-engage?
Last side is down already. Innocent going to be taken low, taken out by Siggy Boom. And now it's Cram who chases, but the Lord is being taken by SRG.
Look at the damage from Siggy Boom onto Cram right now. It might just be enough. But Cram is relentless. Down at the Lord, though, there's a fight going down. Stormy able to get the shutdown onto Rosa. Sekai's takes the Lord off Cam, and Cram picks up Siggy Boom just to put a bow on the box. Lunar falls as well, and just when we were counting SRG out, they take the game into their hands.
It's all about team fighting at the end of the day if you're Selangor Red Giants. Yes, they've been dominant. They've been showing how they can tackle games just through taking the macro, having those advantages. But at the end of the day, it's still the same SRG that won MSC 2024. It's an SRG where you really just rely on those crazy team fights to get back at a game if you're losing. And Cram, he's loving this chaos. Pagu's gonna try to flank him, but he doesn't care, yo.
I mean, in that whole last fight, SRG did such a good job at splitting Aurora up.
Yep.
I feel like they were planning to take that Lord from the very beginning of that pickup on top side. Now SRG looking to try to come on to this tier 3 in the mid lane. Lord coming down the bottom.
That's the thing about Aurora Gaming's composition. They look like they're built for the early game. Into the mid game, they have to start to group up. Meanwhile, for Selangor Red Giants, they're fine playing in the side lanes. They still have these very, very strong side laners who can really go for these 1v1s and win it out. Unfortunately for Innocent, the last insanity got flickered out of, right? That was just the whole problem there. Siggy Boom was able to get the kill, but Cram stopped him from rotating over. And now it's Pagu.
Pagu tries to go in.
Oh.
Big Sun comes down. Lunar able to find Sekai's. This is huge for Aurora Gaming. Siggy Boom in the midst of things.
Still there. Last insanity coming down. No, Siggy Boom actually still able to turn things around. AOG!
AOG connects. Well, just misses. Cram now back against the tower. Aurora Gaming trying to push down the mid side. Lunar keeping Cram at bay as the rest of the team follow behind. And look at the grab. Look at the stun. Stormy falls. TNZ gets the kill. There's 2 members left for SRG.
In a way, it's still the SRG from MSC 2024, you know? They take those risks, and a lot of times it pays off, but when it doesn't, oh man, it really hurts. And just like in MSC 2024, Aurora Gaming are punishing that. They're going for these team fights, and they finally understood we need to group up. We cannot let Selangor Red Giants split us up the way they did during that Lord take. It's really all about getting those proper sets. And yeah, this is the problem about having a Valentina in the mid lane as opposed to in the matchup purely against the Sora. Because Stormy isn't building tank, he's building Lightning Truncheon and the Bloodwings here. He's still such a squishy boy, so when he goes in, it's either everybody follows up, they get the win, or he goes in and he gets insta-deleted by Aurora Gaming.
I mean, at this point, wait a second. I mean, Cram is the menace right now. I feel like Cram is really the thing keeping SRG heavily in this game. SRG looking for a target that his side did not fully commit. I think it's a safe bet.
It's back to level. 600 gold lead for Selangor Red Giants at this point of the game. It really is insignificant. What's going to be significant, though, is the structural advantage that Selangor Red Giants have been able to get. This bottom lane is big for them, dude. They still have a tier 3 up top, or tier 3 down below. Up top, I have no idea.
And with Cram up in the top side, it is going to be hard for Aurora Gaming to try to contest this Lord. SRG going to be able to control the macro. Look at the wave already coming in. Aurora Gaming either has to fully commit to a fight or just give it over at this point.
Look at this dirty Cram Uranus, man. Constantly flanking, constantly just being a nuisance, forcing Aurora to split. And again, for Selangor Red Giants, after that fight, they know what to do. They need to split them up, and look at Skies already, a quarter HP on the Lord.
TNZ flickers back with the trick. Big stun comes in on the mobile members. What? SRG and TNZ steals the Lord right out of their fingers. Siggy Boom gets the kill as well as Aurora Gaming collapse.
Skies still able to trace this away. Lunar goes in, and Rosa picks up the kill.
The Thorn Queen is back, looking for targets. It's nothing but Cram, Stormy, and Innocent against the Lord in a full push as AOG does not connect, but SRG are still against the ropes.
TNZ wasn't able to bully Skies in the early game despite being on an assassin. We were going to say that it was going to be a problem, but TNZ showing up here, stealing away the Lord just like he steals away lunch money from Skies. Innocent, he's going to have to go in. Last Insanity.
Oh, that might have been a bad last Insanity. Will be able to just get away the deadly magic. Did not pack enough of a punch. Now Cram harassing Rosa. Rosa doesn't have the flicker, did have the flicker, still goes down. What?
He's dead.
He's dead. Cram wants more. He's looking for more, exactly. TNZ tries to use a hat trick, wants to reconnect, but here comes Humes. Flicker's wrong and unable to connect to TNZ, but Pogby does get caught. Set guys joining the fight now. Gets a stun, AOG to safety. Aurora Gaming forced to back off the back and forth right now.
No base turrets taken just yet. Wait, did the turret just fall up top? Lord knows.
Lord knows.
Lord knows, folks.
Only Lord knows.
Only Lord, right
no
now.
turret fell up top. They are still all standing strong. 3 inhibitors for each team.
Hey, Aurora Gaming. Chastise Pauldron already for Pago there. Dominus Ice with the Radiant Armor as well. Taking a look at the itemization here for Rosa. Lightning Truncheon with the Glowing Wand and the Blind Glaive. Yeah, no survivability at all. That's why Cram could just walk through the front line and actually just get to Rosa. So that's going to be the problem as we get into the next few fights, right? Selangor Red Giants will now understand that. Thing is, though, as the panel was already saying, Innocent on this X-Borg is great when he can actually get the stacks down. But if his Faraga armor gets taken out so early in the fight, and with Aurora Gaming having that poke with the Zetian, having that all-in with the Sora, it gets really tough for you to keep your Faraga armor up.
Not just that, but when you think of Innocent, you think of the half-man, half-beast, you think of the damage dealer, you think of the person that can turn a game around when you're in these positions back against the wall. And I don't think the X-Borg is capable of doing that. At this point, it all comes down to Stormy and Sekai's to secure those kills for the team.
Now it's all about getting position. Lunar pops in the curtain call already. Try to get some poke down. It's all about playing in the bottom lane. They don't have base turrets, like we said earlier, folks. So it's all going to be the control over the side lane. For Aurora Gaming, it's all about sending someone down below right before the Lord spawn so that they can actually continue to push in or at least stop the shove from coming in from Cram. SRG have the advantage every single time when it comes to the full Lord dance, just because the Uranus is able to play around the bottom lane so easily. So for Aurora Gaming, this is going to be a big blow. Look at Lunar. He's stuck down below, constantly having to deal with the Uranus. And there's no one else you can send. You need Sigiboom to be around this Lord fight. You need obviously, Harley to rotate around. And they can't even look for a pick-off on Cram. I really don't think they have enough damage if Cram has Flicker and Consecration. Now, if both those two are burned down, then sure, maybe they could go maybe. But then it would just give Selangor Red Giants the green light to be like, all right, let's rush the Lord.
At this point, Aurora Gaming has to just kind of get the full team wipe and ignore Cram at this point. You know, get the Lord, get the steal, do something, because Cram is always going to be there. Yeah. He's going to be a nuisance to them. They have to play around it. We're looking at about 17.5 minutes into this game. Aurora Gaming holding a small lead, but we're about to get to the standstill. Full item builds. Cram, though, they do. Consecration comes out. Cram uses the flicker as well, but they're trying to lock on. Up on the Lord. No plays happening. Cram finally falls. Sigiboom able to get the kill. Is this the time for Aurora Gaming to make a play under the Lord?
I think it's too late. Selangor Red Giants, they actually had no control there while Cram was pushing in the bottom lane. An uncharacteristic miscomm coming in. Stormy, oh my god!
Look at the damage! The deadly magic of Rosa! Still takes the kill!
Last Insanity defensively, Yum's gonna be caught as well. He's gonna be taken down despite going for the Tsunami Slam! Aurora Gaming! They've taken 4 members of Selangor Red Giants out, and they are knocking on the base!
It's nothing but Innocent left, and it's time to put the beast down!
They got a minion.
Aurora Gaming are trying to finish this. Immortality does pop. Innocent still trying to hold it off. Immortality pops for Innocent. Aurora Gaming just need to lock on the base, and game number 1 is finished. The upset happens.